Okay, in the previous class, what we have done, we have started filter. So what we have shared, because there are different types of filter, we are dealing with active filter. So we have explained regarding op-amp because active filter contains op-amp, right? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
So I have explained characteristics of an op-amp, different properties, and an inverting terminal, non-inverting terminal, some applications of op-amp like inverting amplifier, scale changer, non-inverting amplifier. Okay, so today I will go through summing amplifier or adder. Have you heard all these things in your analog class? Yes or no, Deepchat?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, chalo. So what we will discuss today, summing amplifier or adder. সবাই খাতায় লিখবে. Everybody will write in your copy. So today is what? 3rd December. Everybody will give the date at the corner of your page. Now write down summing amplifier or adder. So what to do? You have to take an op-amp. This is output first of all. And this is the feedback. What is the feedback resistance? Is denoted by what? Mukul? R? F.
RF. Yes, ma'am.
RF. Side. Fine. I not. So this is inverting terminal. This is non-inverting terminal. Okay. Now come to here. This is adder. So there are different resistances. 1, 2. Everybody is writing on your paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, definitely you will do it. You are very honest, you will do it. V1, V2, up to Vn, okay? And this is I naught is coming out. And this is I naught. And this is the non-inverting terminal is grounded. So already I have explained regarding virtual ground. So because it is ground, so Unchito, this will be also grounded, right? Virtually grounded?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is summing amplifier or adder. So how to calculate? So write down, since the current flowing into the virtual ground, okay? Are you writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Since
Please
the
repeat
current
again.
flowing into the virtual ground, this is virtual ground. So is equal to the flowing out of it. Is it clear? So you consider this point. Okay. Consider this point. Fine. So apply KCL at this point. What will happen? And you can write here what? I1, I2, up to In. So if you consider this point, what is this? What you can write here?
Ma'am, I1 plus I2 plus
Summation of I equal
IN
to
equals
I
to
naught.
I0
Yes. So what Vanchita has told, very correct. I1 plus I2 up to IN,
is equals to
that
I0.
is equal to I naught.
I0. Yes, ma'am.
Am I okay? So what is I1, Abhishek?
V1 by R1.
1 by R1.
Given by R1.
Yes. What is I2?
V2
2
by
by
V2 by
R2.
R2.
So up to IN, what is Vn by Rn? Fine. So what is I naught? What is I naught?
0 by R0. 0 by R0.
এই ঠিক করে বলো, তুমি এইদিকে আসছো। This minus this by that. This minus this by that. তাহলে what will be?
V0
G
minus
V0 minus G.
0.
Acha, acha, हाँ.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So what will be the value? Deepchat, it will be minus V naught by Rf. Right now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So what is V naught? Minus बोलते থাক Rf by R1 V1
V1
plus Rf by
RF by R2 by
R2
V2
V2.
V2.
RT
Fine.
V2 plus RF by R3
Rf by
RN
Rn Vn.
with
Am I correct?
VN. Yes, ma'am.
So if R1 that is equal to R2, that is equal to Rn, that is equal to R, what will happen? V naught will be equal to what? Minus Rf by R. Am I correct?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
V1 plus V2 plus up to Vn.
Right.
By N.
If Rf equal to R, then what will happen? If Rf equals to R, what will happen?
Then
V
V1
naught
plus
will be
V2
equal
up
to
to Vn by R.
V naught will be V1 plus V2 up to Vn. So it is adder. Is it adder from this equation? Is
Yes,
it
ma'am. Yes,
adder?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. The voltage
Deepchat,
sab
did
add
you
hote.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Very clear, very simple. So just write
Yes.
down the output voltage. Write down the output voltage is numerically equal to the algebraic sum of the input voltages, right? I repeat, can I repeat?
Yes, ma'am. Please repeat, ma'am.
The output voltage V naught, that is V out, is numerically equal to the algebraic sum of the input voltages, that is V1 to Vn. Hence the name of the circuit. It is clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody has any question? Nandini, did you understand? Shomrik?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Deepchal, Mukul, Orindam, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now come to another one. This is adder. Okay. So another one. Very good. So another circuit is differentiator. So our next item is differentiator. Everybody is writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Deepchand লিখছিস?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So differentiator, come to the circuit first of all, then I will explain. This is V out. This is capacitance. Come here. Come here. This is inverting terminal. This is non-inverting terminal. This is grounded through a resistance. This is grounded. This is say C1. This is V input. So V input is in which terminal? Inverting terminal, right now, Mukul? So this is IC.
Yes, ma'am.
This is RF. IF. So what is the voltage here, Unchito?
Ground
Approx 0.
is approximately 0. Yes.
Okay. So now I am explaining differentiator. Just write down. If you want, you can write. So one of the simplest of the op-amp circuit that contain the capacitor, okay, is the differentiating amplifier. Can I repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just write one of the simplest of the op-amp circuits that contain capacitor is the differentiating amplifier or differentiator. Okay. So as the name suggests, the circuit performs the mathematical operation of differentiation, obviously. Right now?
Yes,
এবার
ma'am.
তুমি
Yes, ma'am.
বলবে
Yes,
ম্যাম
ma'am.
হঠাৎ ক্যাপাসিটর কেন এলো? বিকজ ক্যাপাসিটরের আন্ডারে ভোল্টেজ ড্রপ কত? অভিষেক, what is the voltage drop across capacitor? I mean current. The
Ma'am,
current
it's-
that is equal to ICV dt. Do you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
How can you get it? Q equal to what? CV.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely you know that.
Yes, ma'am.
DQDT equals to C dVdt.
Right. dq dt, that is equal to I, rate of change of current. C dV dt. So differentiator portion you are having
CdVdt.
here.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you are using capacitance here, right? So what is IC? Anybody can tell me what is IC? From this equation, what is IC? Very simple,
Ma'am, it's C1
right?
dVi dt.
Very good. DDT of what?
Vi minus 0.
That is Vn. I can say here Vn because it
yes,
is N.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
অভিষেক বলছে তো?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is correct. And Vn equal to virtual grounded, that is Vn equals to 0. So it will be what, Abhishek? C1 dvi dt.
Ma'am,
Right?
VN টা কোথায়?
এই যে
ও,
বাবু, এই যে
আচ্ছা।
this is the N. So you can consider here Vn.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you follow, Abhishek? Mukul?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the current IF through the feedback register, what is the value? What is IF? What is IF?
Ma'am, it's Vn minus V0 divided by Rf.
Means 0 minus V0 by RF.
Exactly. But what the direction is in that
Opposite.
direction? So it
Yes,
will be what? V0 minus Vn by Rf. Am I correct?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So it will be V0 by Rf. Abhishek?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
So what is happening here? You have to add this IC and IF. Considering this point, apply KCL. Apply KCL here. So if you apply KCL, what is happening? So the current, the C1 dvi dt plus V0 by RF, that is equal to what, Onchito? That will be 0.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is V naught? V0 by RF, that is equal to minus C
E1
dvi
dVi
dt.
by dt. Yes, ma'am.
So what is V naught? V naught will be minus RF.
RF C dVi dt.
C
dvi dt.
C1. It is C1, I think so.
Oh yes, ma'am. C1. Yes, ma'am.
C1 dvi dt. So if you take the Laplace, what will happen? What is the Laplace of V naught? V of S, right? So minus RF C1 dv dt Laplace. Do you remember? S
Ma'am, SCV minus SVC.
SVIS. I think you remember SVIS. This is not S1. This is S. This is only
Yes, ma'am.
S.
SVIS. Yes, ma'am.
Right now,
ये
Mukul?
V0 টা
This is V naught. Abhishek.
yes ma'am sure.
Now, what is the value of the amplitude here? Gain. I'm sorry. What is gain? Gain equal to what? Anybody else? Gain equal to what? Output by input. Shomrik, what is gain?
Yes,
Output
ma'am.
by input.
Output voltage by input
Tale
voltage.
V0 in Laplace domain. V0S by V1S. So what is V0S?
Minus RF C1 SBIS.
So if we put j omega, then what will happen?
Ma'am,
Minus j omega RF C1. দেখো তো বুঝতে পারলে কিনা, because VI will be cancelled out. If you put this value here, then VI will be cancelled out, and put S equal to j omega. So you will get minus j omega RF C1. Is it clear to all of you?
ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am,
Yes, somebody is asking question. Okay,
ma'am,
yes.
ওই ইকুয়েশনটা V0 is equal to RF C1S VIS, এটা V0 is টা ইউনিট স্টেপ ফাংশন, তাহলে V0 is কেন হবে ল্যাপ্লাসটা?
I can hear you. Please repeat.
ম্যাম ওই যে V0 is equal to minus RF C1S এই ইকুয়েশনটা, এটা V0 এর ল্যাপ্লাসটা V0S কেন হবে?
এটাই তো নিয়ম। Say I of t. Laplace will be IS.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes ma'am. Okay.
ठीक है?
Yes ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, up to this differentiator, now come to integrator. File, new. This is differentiator. Now integrator, okay? Number 3. Integrator. So come to the integration circuit. First of all, take an op-amp. Take an op-amp here. This is V0. Feedback. Feedback will be fed back through a capacitance, okay? CF. Now, this is non-inverting terminal. This is non-inverting. Non-inverting is grounded through a resistance. VI. This is R1. This is N.
Ma'am, capacitor C, ma'am,
CF CF feedback ওই জন্য CF ঠিক আছে
হ্যাঁ বুঝতে পেরেছি
so this is V input VI so if we interchange the resistor and capacitor of the differentiator okay we have the integrator circuit just write down if we interchange the capacitor and resistor in the differentiator circuit then it will be integrator. Do you remember
Yes,
what
ma'am.
was the circuit in differentiator?
ম্যাম R1 এর জায়গায় C1 টা ছিল।
Yes, this was the circuit. Now interchange ঠিক আছে right now interchange so what will be the equation কেউ কি বলতে পারবে anybody can try how can I proceed the integrator ultimately you have to determine gain that is V out by VI V in you have to determine this so how can you proceed anybody can try try same thing consider this point coming
First, we try to
Yes,
find the current passing through the.
that is what will be the current
Point
passing
in.
through R1
yes, ma'am.
bolo mukul bolo VI by
R1
R1
right plus
plus then
And then plus 0 minus V0 divided by CD.
CF
CdVdt right very good CdVdt that will be equal to 0 so dV0 by dt what will be the value minus 1 by R1 CF into VI am I clear
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
so what is V0 take the integration I'm sorry what is V0 anybody else minus 1 by R CF
মাইনাস 1 বাই আর CF VI into T.
মানে ইন্টিগ্রেশন হবে একটা
Yes, ma'am.
0 to T VI T dt right plus initial value if you consider V is 0 so if it is 0 then what will be value take the Laplace so V0 Laplace will be what V0 is can you follow
Yes,
it
ma'am. Yes,
yes
ma'am.
ma'am
that is equal
Yes,
to
ma'am.
minus 1 by R1 CF what will be this integration in Laplace do you remember differentiator S into Vs and integration in Laplace of integration what will be value
VI by S
exactly VIS by S very good so ultimately what is V by VIS what is the value
Ma'am, it's minus 1 by R1 CF into S.
minus 1 by S R1 CF am I correct
Yes,
am I
ma'am.
correct
yes
Yes.
ma'am
so this is gain say this is denoted by say A so what is A magnitude A will be what 1 by omega R1 CF. Magnitude, S was j omega. Magnitude, if it is magnitude, I am repeating, 1 by, it was minus 1 by j omega r CF. Okay. So if you take the magnitude, what will happen? It will be what? J square, j minus 1 minus minus plus. So it will be 1 by omega r CF. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So what we have discussed today? Anybody else?
Ma'am, we
Dipchand,
have
what
Ma'am, we
we
discussed
have
have
about
discussed today?
discussed about
Yes,
summing
ma'am.
and
Summing
amplifier,
amplifier or
differentiator
adder,
amplifier, and
differentiator or
integrating
integrator.
integrator.
So regarding adder, differentiator, integrator, do you have any problem? Is it very clear?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody has done it in your
Ma'am,
copy?
these are basically the proofs.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mukul, just tell me what you want to say.
ম্যাম এগুলো তো বেসিক্যালি প্রুফ গুলো তো
Hmm.
Well, why it is integrator, why it is differentiator,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
This is interesting, তাই না Shamrik?
Yes, ma'am. ভালো লাগলো, ma'am.
So in the next class, what we will start? We will start the first order low pass filter. What we will start in the next class?
First order low pass.
First
pass
order
filter.
low pass filter. Fine.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
basically what you have to do, you have to determine the gain. So what is gain, Abhishek? What is gain? V output by V
output by V.
V not by
and
VI.
ultimately we consider in S domain. Then it will be very simple.
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
think up to
Yes.
this it is clear to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.